Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 927. 212. And I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings and salutations, all.
What's up, Phil? What's up, Patrick?
Hey, Joe.
What's up, Paul?
Good, very early morning to you.
What's up, Philip? I don't know if you hear me, Philip. What's up, Phil?
The ceiling.
Pretty much. All right, so it was pretty funny today. I mean, on Facebook, they had TARDIS Blue popping out articles like they're making pizzas from a pizzeria. It's like the ancient one from Doctor Strange, Tilda, whatever, is going to be the Doctor. Then
I saw that.
Doctor. Then this one's going to be the Doctor. So I'm like, I'm at work and I'm on my break and I'm like, whoa, where are the male choices here? Like, why is it? And then they said, oh, the bookies say a female Doctor. And I'm glad that Graham corrected them because, like, from his sources, that's not the case at all. But what is the purpose behind, like, either flooding with this female agenda? I mean, why can't we have equal reports of male leads?
Because we've had a male doctor for years, and people for once thinking, well, let's give a woman a try. Well, I've said my piece about that pretty much as a recap. One, if the season is not that much of a success, they're not going to blame the actress. They're not going to blame the script writers. They're going to blame the fact that they hired a woman. Just basically that. Plus, I've gone on to say, and you've heard me say it, Joe, that the Doctor uses his wits, not his fits.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, right.
And that's what's
okay.
going to come out as well. And if they really want to test the waters, have an episode where everybody thinks he's regenerated into a woman, but in reality, it turns out that it's not the Doctor at all.
Bless you. I kind of was trying to visualize how they would do this effect with Capaldi becoming a woman. And I got some scary images in my head of, like, Capaldi's eyes going like this and then looking down and seeing boobs pop out, like, halfway. And I'm like, oh, no, let me not give them ideas.
Or do the morphing thing where his hair grows.
Or the most famous thing is he's with the companion. He's with the companion for the Christmas special, and she says something to him as he's regenerating. Oh, could you become a woman? And he's like, oh, no. And then it's like,
hey, guys.
Yeah.
No,
Excuse me. Get to me a little bit later. I need to move some things around. I'll be busy for a moment.
Got it. You got
Thank
it.
you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Joe, there's
All right.
a really easy way to do a regeneration into a female. Really easy. He regenerates, and then all the Doctor says is, I'm ginger!
But the problem is the ginger from Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
No, ginger hair, because he's always wanted to have a ginger hair.
Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Started. I'm not going to go as far back as Curse of the Fatal Death, Moffat's.
Yeah. Because we saw that, because I've got that on tape, and
from what I understand, the Doctor's Wife episode is where Matt Smith's 11th Doctor first mentioned that the Corsair Time Lord to become a woman, and that when he did, he was even a worse, whatever the person was, or mean streak than as a man. So that was in the Doctor's Wife. This occurrence, correct me if I'm wrong, was Night of the Doctor, where the system of card did like man or woman, where he had a choice.
So how does Jenny fit into the timeline?
And I'm like,
So right there.
How does Jenny
There's
fit
now
into the timeline?
Room 3.
Yeah.
Jenny?
the doctor's daughter.
What do you mean? How does she fit in a time? No, I'm talking about a Time Lord becoming a woman that's a man.
Yeah, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, from the perspective of the story, the doctor's daughter, there must be some kind of something in that episode,
right,
to maybe say, well, yes, the doctor could have been female beforehand or after, or
Oh,
what.
no, that
No, that was a
machine was a
cloning
genetic-
situation.
that was a cloning.
Yeah, that was a
that
cloning situation like they were doing with Logan, with the movie Logan.
Yeah, that was not. They were
Yeah,
not
Logan.
making him. No, they chose the sex in that machine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's the different.
yeah,
that's
that's a totally
different.
different thing. That had to do with cloning and.
Yeah, they clone soldiers that are like, all right, man, woman. It had nothing to do with he could become a woman. But the thing is that what I'm trying to get is the next occurrence, I believe, was Night of the Doctor, where Moffat wrote the mini-sode where he said that due to an outside potions could alter the natural flows of regeneration to make it a specific thing like a woman. So that was the second occurrence. And I'm like, here we go. We got the Missy thing where, from what I was told, she said she got an upgrade, meaning that you can't just become you can't just change sex unless, of course, the regeneration energy is altered or something. So when she said an upgrade,
I'm still thinking that the
change.
combination of the Master and the Ronnie. I'm sorry.
I know, but they can't just, supposedly from what I'm getting, they can't just change naturally. Here's another example. When the 11th Doctor first came to be, after the 10th regeneration to the 11th Doctor was scared and petrified that he regenerated into a woman. He did not want to become a woman. Right. He did not want to be a woman in any way, shape, or form. That was apparent.
Hey, Daniel.
Oh my God! Am I a woman? No. You know. So the other evidence. What's up, Daniel? The other evidence is that the general, who was a man, wasn't always a man. Was a woman, and actually regenerated back into her sex, which, you know, who's to say that she used the special regeneration to become a man in the first place, and now she just regenerated naturally back to her sex. I think that the regeneration energy has to be altered somehow. I don't think he could just become a woman. I don't even think it's a choice. I think something has to happen to the regeneration energy to make him a woman. That's my theory. What's your theory?
It's got, like I said, yeah, I have to agree that the fact that it has to be altered in some way. But I will say this,
Scott.
Okay. Dramatic close-up. I will say this much. I always thought it was interesting, even from the beginning series, that, okay, maybe they can go back and forth. But I always thought it... But the mainstay was, if you were a guy, you do a guy. If you're a gal, you do a gal. But,
Right.
but
What do you feel about this,
agree with you.
Patrick?
There has to be something tweaking that causes you to go whichever.
I'm actually, yeah, I disagree, because I think it should be, to me, it's fine if a Time Lord regenerates in and out of gender, a particular gender. I think that's fine to me, because you're saying that each regeneration, I think it's what Colin Baker said, you never know where you're going to get next.
Right.
And to me, I didn't think 11
So
was scared, and then he was shocked that he was a woman. This didn't come up to me like he was scared, more like shocked.
Because he said, like, no. Like, oh. That's what I thought. I thought he didn't want to be a woman. You know? That's what I got. I mean, I could be wrong. That it's a natural thing that you could just become and random. That's what you think, right, Patrick?
Huh?
You just think at random they can just switch sex and it's not a special choice or a special alterance
I mean,
of
I think
generation energy.
well, here's the weird part. Initially, for the Doctor, it was always meant to be regeneration was randomized up until Capaldi, where Capaldi's Doctor chose to look like what he did. That was the choice. Before the Doctor always didn't have a choice. It was just randomized. He was just gonna get what he got. So to me, most times, the Doctor shouldn't be able to decide what he looks like.
Right.
It should be random. He shouldn't.
Well, the Master's got some control over his regeneration.
I know, but it always felt like the Doctor did it.
Fucking consideration. You guys didn't tell her, hey, give him something?
What's that, Phil?
Still wanting to get out of there so fucking bad tonight. Fucking sucked. I thought she was bagging one up for you.
I thought so.
Hold on.
I don't think you know.
If I go on this, you know what's going to happen now. Yeah. She's
Okay. So what about you, Paul? What do you think? Are you there? No. Daniel, what do you think?
I'm here.
Think about Citron. Oh, Paul, you there? Okay, good. So what do you think, Paul?
Oh, sorry.
Are you guys
Me?
on a delay? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, the line is very bad.
Yeah, you're
The other guys.
I'm
Coming
breaking
through,
up,
man.
Phil?
Yeah, no, you're
You're breaking
coming
up a
through.
lot.
There's a little break up here and there, but not much.
Okay. Phil, I'll go with Phil first. Phil, I mean, regeneration energy has to be altered for him to be a woman, or it's just a natural thing.
Wait, say that again?
Do you think that in order for the Doctor to become a woman, that it's just a random regeneration? Like, in other words, he doesn't have to have like a special potion to become a woman, or the regeneration energy doesn't have to be altered in any way. He could just become a woman naturally.
I think if they're saying that Time Lords don't even have a fixed gender, then he just regeneration. But honestly, Time Lords have always had a freaking gender up until these last few years because they're trying to be ultra PC. You know what? Letting a character remain the same is not transphobic. Bullshit these SJW idiots want to put on it. What they're doing is they're trying to force their agenda to the point that they're ruined. You want to have characters like that? Hey, great. Characters existing. Thor, a pair of fucking turning around and giving Supergirl a cock. Stupid. It's fucking retarded.
That's how you really feel.
And the fact
Yeah.
that nobody sent these little fucks is just pathetic. I mean, really, the show is Doctor Who. It's not wine politics. In fact,
Right,
it's not modern day politics. It's escapism. It's fiction. It's supposed to be fun.
It's not like it's Grey's Anatomy.
It's not supposed to be taking an agenda and shoving it up our ass, which.
Well, it's Doctor
And that's
Who.
how I really
Look at
feel.
the title. There's no gender specified. Doctor Who. There's no gender specified in the
It's not
title
Doctor
there.
what?
Actually, it's specified in decades of the show.
Yeah, 54
So you're saying
years.
he got-
years.
It
It's
really
pure
is.
luck that he ended up with male bodies. Pure luck.
Hey,
But the
I
Doctor
just
is-
I want to
generations.
Patrick, I just want to jump in here, going by what we know, which is like 53 years of history, okay? And going by the current history mixed with the old history, all right? The Doctor said it best, that the only Time Lord to become a woman, to change sex, was the Corsair.
And the Master.
It was something about from that point in time.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Corsair, okay? That wasn't that many years ago, okay? So the Corsair became a woman. And then again, from the order that we know of, was giving a choice to be a woman. He said no. Missy became a woman. I mean, the Master became a woman because she said she got an upgrade, which means that it's not a natural thing that she had it altered purposely. basically to become a woman to throw the doctor off.
So she could have, so the master could have been altered in some way in order to become a female, in order to escape something.
Or dramatic effect, right? So that we would never expect that that is the master. So
that doesn't make. Oh, yeah.
Then the other occurrence is that the general supposedly was always a woman, did a special regeneration to be a man, and now that he had to regenerate, he goes right back to his normal sex. I don't think it's a thing where they just keep changing sex. I think that this is a new thing to Time Lord lore.
Okay.
Again, from what the history we have, they didn't just swap genders in the 53 years of history. It was a new occurrence.
Yeah.
It was a new occurrence from what...
Regeneration thing has got to be tweaked in some way.
According to old Classic Who, there was only one Time Lord that did it. One Time Lord. From Classic Who, and that's the Corsair. Now, New Who, there's only like 2 people that done it. Missy and the General.
Guys, it's not,
the General was already a woman. The General was already a woman that became a man.
I see. Well, I mean, it's the Corsair Classic Who, or was he first mentioned in?
Corsair was Classic Who, but he was. I mean, he said he was an old Time Lord, like one of the big ones. Okay. So it is from Classic Who, but we've never seen a Corsair in Classic Who.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But because Neil Gaiman's a huge Doctor Who fan, I mean, he's, I don't know if it was Moffat adding those words into his script or not, but they basically, said the issue there. That's why it's not that he was a woman when he was first created. No, he was a man. And that's why I have a problem with it, because I think everybody's so worried about the Doctor being a woman, they're not giving a shit about scripts or villains or storylines. So what kind of scripts are we going to have? Are they going to be focused about his gender? Or are they going to focus about like storylines like The Key to Time or some type of new wave storylines? I mean, I think the writing needs to speak for the show and not the gender
villains.
No, I'm sorry. My life, that it's not going to happen.
Okay, go ahead.
What? Yeah, what?
I'll stake my life. It's not going to happen. No way. I think
he's not going to be a woman.
Because I think it's a very good way for the bookies to make quite a lot of money out of this, because there'll be plenty of people putting money on it, especially when you get front page headlines in the English newspapers saying it's going to be a woman. And also, I think Chris Chibnall is to make Doctor Who into a woman, because it would be his choice at the end of the day, not Moffat's, because he gets the last say when it comes to the regeneration, not Moffat. If you remember rightly, when Russell T Davies handed over the reins to Moffat, he had to do the last 5 minutes of filming, because it was his baby when he turned it into Matt Smith. So it's going to be down to Chibnall, and I don't think Chibnall's going to, as you call, jump the shark, as they say, because that's what they will be doing. They will be jumping the shark, and there's no way. I don't know if you got my message today regarding who.
Yes. The guy that's Luther, right? The guy that plays Luther. You think it's going to be the Doctor?
Lucifer. Tom Ellis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lucifer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lucifer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a big rumor doing around saying it could be him.
Let me get Daniel's opinion, then I'll go back to Vil. Daniel, what's your philosophy on Doctor Who? I mean, do you care if he's a man or a woman?
I think it would be nice if the Doctor was a woman.
Why?
Because I like women.
Okay. All right. Well,
I see that shows a lot of respect.
So would that mean he would have to start having a male companion?
So you wanna be more affectionate to the Doctor because he changes his gender, and you're like, oh, I love the Doctor, or like really love the Doctor. Okay. Well, that's the new take on things. Never thought of it quite that way. Vil, you got anything to add to that?
I
sure you
still
do.
say make a decent female character. That's not the Doctor.
Like a Romana character.
Yeah,
That
Romana
travels.
was
not
a
having her
nice character.
not have her try to overtake the damn series like they did with Clara.
Or maybe Romana in general. Just a new incarnation.
That would be great,
Yeah, I think so too.
especially if Lala Ward came on to hand off the role.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how does that work? I mean, she regenerated already in Big Finish. Would they just don't count Big Finish, I guess, right? As canon?
The only big the Eighth Doctor audio dramas, and you can thank Paul McGann's ad lib for that one.
Yeah. So in other words, she could still regenerate in the regular series.
Mm-hmm.
What in the
Okay.
expanded lore? Hasn't she already regenerated, and then she was the leader of Gallifrey, and she was the meaner version of what we need?
I mean, that's the audios. I don't know if that's canon at regular Doctor Who, because they've never said President Romana in any Doctor Who episode that I've known.
Yeah,
The
even
last
in
we
the,
saw, she went into East Space with the gate, with the given Time Lord
Feral.
technology.
the Feral, yeah.
Yeah. So
Because
that's the last I
even
know.
when they did the remake of Shada with the Paul McGann Doctor with the animate thing, she was supposed to be president then, but still I don't know if that's
I don't
be
think that's
considered
canon.
canon.
Yeah. All right. I mean, my thing is,
Yeah.
I think that the focus is too much on the gender. I think the focus needs to be on the writing and what are we going to do with the Time Lord's going to stay and the Time Lord's going to go? Is he going to be alone? Are there going to be other Time Lords popping in? Is there going to be a time war? Is there not going to be a time war? What's the Dalek status? Are they at a civil war with each other? What are they doing with the Cybermen? I mean, stuff like this, we need variety and we need different story arcs. And this stuff about the Doctor never looks back. That's out with Moffat. The Doctor could look back. The Doctor could revisit old companions. And I think that's what Chibnall needs to do, is spice it up a little bit.
I don't think it's that he can't. It's that he doesn't want to because it hurts. So he says he can't.
Well, that's a Moffat thing. That's a
It's for
Moffat
the
thing.
Doctor's personality. That's how it kind of
Because when Russell T. Davis wrote for Matt Smith, he was hanging out with Sarah Jane and Joe Grant.
That was from 4 to 10. He didn't visit her. 4 to 10, he didn't visit Sarah Jane. And he only bumped into her by accident.
Right.
Can I ask a
My
question?
basic feeling with bringing in old companions in that is
Yeah, Paul.
is this. It just don't start. Okay, my basic feeling is this. I can't even talk tonight. I'm so damn tired. Every season, bring in one or two villains or companions. If it's a cameo, fine. I want to see old companions. I want to see old villains, and I want to see old monsters. Other than the Daleks and Cybermen. But don't start doing it like switching on, going, oh, it's turning more and more into the old series. No, I don't want to see that. I just want to see every season bring one or three old companions and villains and monsters. That's all I want to see. Get the hell off of Earth and stay the hell off of Earth.
Yes, I agree. We need to be off Earth. Just a side note, a message from my son Joe. He saw the Lego Batman movie, and the Daleks are in the Lego Batman movie. Just to let you know that. I
gotta go see it.
I wasn't expecting that, but yes, the Daleks are in Lego Batman.
Oh no!
So amazing. All right.
Can I ask a question, Joe?
I don't know if I want to see the Great Wall or gamble tomorrow.
Hold on, guys. We were talking over each other. Paul, go ahead.
I'd like to ask everybody on the panel, when the Christmas episode is filmed, do you think, or do you not think, that we will see the new Doctor regenerate, or do you think there'll just be a regeneration scene without the new Doctor because of the space between filming the the Christmas episode to actually filming the new series. So, in other words, there
Well,
could be a
we talked about that on
possibility
the show.
that there's no Doctor being chosen for filming to start filming.
Right. We talked about that on the show already, and the conclusion that we had on our panel was that they're not going to repeat what The Walking Dead did by waiting 7 months to see who's going to get killed, because fans don't like that. So not only are you not asking them 7 months to wait to see who he regenerates into, but now you're asking 2 years, because if Chibnall takes off a year, from what I understand, he said he's not going to write the whole year that he takes off. So if he comes
I
back
don't think it'd be that long. I think they'll be ready to
if he
roll
comes back
next
from a
autumn.
year, but that's the thing, he is taking off a year, he said.
No, I don't think it'll be that long, Joe.
I'm getting
Made
tired of
that
seeing the
announcement.
breaks.
He did make that announcement that he needs a break after Broadchurch, and he is taking off a year. So going by that, I think, yes, we're going to know who the Doctor is, flat out. But it really sucks for the actor. Like, I don't know how long vacation's over to not film anything. I mean, that's just stupid. Maybe that's why Capaldi left. Maybe because they gave him off. He had one episode to film for like a whole year. The River Song thing, and then we went into the Doctor Mysterio. And how many years does this guy get away to film Doctor Who if Chibnall's taken off for another year? So maybe that's why Capaldi left. He said, look, I want to do the Doctor now, but you guys are taking vacations and not having seasons, and I'm getting older here. So I think maybe that's the main reason that Capaldi left.
They should have done what they did with Tenet, was made animated adventures, put them online only for people to view, and that would have been their break.
I honestly think that the moment Moffat found out, there should have been some clause in that contract, because you cannot be a season without Doctor Who or a year, no more breaks. So the moment Chibnall said, I'm taking off, that should have been discussed before the contract was signed. And if Chibnall's going to take off, then they should just not, Moffat should not leave. Because they should be filming and then let him have a break then.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that's right.
I still think they're going to
24
start filming
wasn't
next
about
spring,
that.
ready for autumn next year.
I know people are not crazy about Moffat, but I would rather have another season of Moffat than no season at all of Doctor Who. I mean, that's kind of bullshit, I think. You get the show, oh, by the way, I'm taking a year off. No, let's do another season while you're on vacation in the Bahamas, and then you can come back.
Learn their lessons about that early on, and then I forget in what season they decided, we're going to start in January. That way we take our breaks, and people can watch 24 from the first episode to the last.
And if you keep pulling this shit, you're gonna have a year without Doctor Who or 2 years without Doctor Who. These actors are not going to stay. You're going to have a new Doctor every year then, because they're not. This is garbage that they're doing this, and the fans are not happy with that. The sale again, they're down because they're not creating enough good storylines to have toys in the first place. I mean, it's kind of hard to make an action figure of wood lice or an emoji creature. I could just imagine what the toy line's going to be for Series 10. So how about let's
I've taken a year off to be able to create decent storylines.
Why can't we have it like the olden days where Doctor Who's like an hour and a half or longer? We have these huge ass storylines. You could have a 3-part or 4-part Dalek, huge, or even like a Cyberman, something, man. But they can't do that. We get these stupid things like a show, and whatever, the hybrid and whatever the fuck. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Oh, that was asinine.
You're a hybrid. You're a hybrid. River's a hybrid. The Doctor's a hybrid. Osgood's a hybrid. Everybody in their mother's a hybrid. So that just went out the window.
And they didn't rightfully explain where Gallifrey went to. They didn't rightfully explain how the Sisterhood got to Gallifrey. It was lazy writing.
Yeah, the Sisterhood of Karn just have a space taxi that travels to the end of time, by the way.
Moffat
Yeah.
didn't explain it. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. That's his explanation
Right.
to everything.
Right.
Which means fuck you.
Exactly. And you know what the funny
Yeah,
thing?
I've been saying that Moffat has to go. At first, I was really enamored with him, but then I dealt with enough of his disappointing plots to realize
Right.
that we were in for a bad ride. And then came the 8th anniversary.
Yeah.
And it's just snowballed downhill. If it wasn't for the thing that we've got from Peter Capaldi, this show would have finally been canceled for being such shit.
I think some of the plots have been too confusing for younger viewers, and I think that's why a lot of younger viewers have switched off, because Moffat has just made the storyline so confusing for younger
And does
viewers.
everybody remember the Christmas special? The whole purpose of the beginning was he's trying to find a way to travel to New York to save the ponds. Did anybody get that in the Christmas special? That he's trying to fix it so he can go to New York for a purpose?
Yeah.
I mean, that's Moffat. That's Moffat saying, now I look bad because I just saved billions of people in the Time War, and I look even worse that I can't save the ponds. But how are you going to do that without Matt Smith is beyond me. And off the Darvel said, yeah, we're free if you want us.
Okay,
I mean,
all that
that's
the
like,
Doctor, but you're missing a big point here. All that the Doctor has ever had to do is go to New Jersey instead of New York,
yes,
hop on a bus, problem solved.
or use the
The
vortex.
Doctor's stupid.
Question, guys. Question? Is this
Yes.
true? Because I read this. I'm not sure. I didn't see the subsequent episodes after it happened. Is it true that the Doctor had the ability to save Adric and didn't do it?
He did not. He cannot
That's
save
good.
Adric.
That shows that he's
He cannot save Adric.
Because I heard that he had the ability to do it, and then he didn't do
No.
it. Like, he didn't take that off.
I think nobody. Let's put it this way:
I'm gonna say
nobody
this
wanted to save Adric.
I'm going to say this. I'm the only one that started this, but I'm going to say this. We are all Adric. The whole human race. The whole human race is DNA of Adric from E-Space. Everyone is Adric. Okay? Ira's Adric.
and this is why the Daleks need to succeed. Now, but see, here's the thing: there is actually a missing shot, as in they cut it and should have left it in Shada. It was, or not Shada, Earthshock. It was that explosion and the death of Adric. It's that part where the Doctor and Nyssa high-fived.
I don't think anybody realizes that the human race wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the Doctor making sure that the Jaggeroth ship exploded to charge the Adric goo that's in the ponds there. But anyway, just saying.
Wait, the Adric goo in... Okay, wait a minute. Are you saying that Adric screwed Amy Pond?
I'm saying Adric's guts.
Adric screwed some sort of
Adric's goo is in the pond. We heard it.
Adric's guts. Well, you know what you could say? You could say that Prometheus is Adric the movie. Because technically Adric's guts went all over the earth, and the Jaggeroth ship charged the guts to make us all Adric.
No, what it is that the
Which is
engineers
Prometheus.
are to stop Adric from existing.
Right. Because we're not all Adric, I guess.
So now the xenomorphs are the heroes.
We're all bald. We're all bald and physically bodybuilders that are bluish, walking around, cutting ourselves open to be with the fish. Or whatever. I know this cast went into totally different tangents, but we are all Adric, just so you know. All right.
All of this topic, all things.
We're all Adric.
And I need to get on a space liner and crash into someplace.
You know what they should do? They should do a mini-sode. Have to decide, screw it, I'm going to save Adric. And then when he goes to Earth, he sees like all like goats and weird creatures and no human race. And then he's like, so then you see the TARDIS land again.
Buy you off because you're on like this massive Adric kick.
No, but then the funny thing is, he tells
And I am
Patrick,
way
he
too
tells Patrick, go
stubborn
back
to
out there,
imagine.
and he kicks him out of the TARDIS, and then leaves him to explode anyway, because it's like, seriously, stop it with this female doctor nonsense. It needs to end.
It's not going to happen.
It needs to end.
It's not going to happen.
Because like I said, when the series bombs, they're going to blame not the actress, not the writing, but the fact that they just picked a female to play the Doctor.
I gotta say, I think that Chris is right. I think that this Doctor will be a male, but the Doctor after this Doctor will definitely be a female. I think that we'll do that eventually.
Jump the shark. Jump the shark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the last year of Doctor Who is supposed to be 2020 until it's recommissioned. So just throw everybody off for the last year anyway, because maybe it won't get re-signed, and there you go, there's your female. Season 2020, female Doctor.
That's the end of the show.
And then
they do that.
And then it will take a break for 10 years, yeah. I have a feeling it's going to happen. I have a feeling that people in the BBC, some people don't want it. Like it back in the day where they tried to get it canceled. I have a feeling that there's going to be a point in time where Doctor's going to be off the air for a couple of years.
Joe, some people didn't want it back in 2006 at the BBC.
So, listen, we have all these shows coming back. Covered. We have Lost in Space, which I'm not crazy about. Dr. Smith being a woman, that they switched gender in that.
What we need is the CEO place.
What'd you say?
A season of Doctor Who that does not take place on Earth.
Yes, we've been saying this. That
wait, it's a companion.
Just giveaways and tinfoil.
Companion from Earth.
Oh, another thing I've also been saying is they need to get rid of these damn modern day companions, which I'm so sick of. Companion who's
no
decades
for a
before
whole
the series
season.
began, and then that way they can bring new light.
Why can't there be a situation in space that he just has to go to different planets in the solar system? Why can't he just stay away from Earth for a little while? And then because he stays away from Earth, he goes back and he finds the Earth destroyed. Why not do that? Like some weird crap like that. He's like, oh shit, I've been away too long. What happened? You know? Listen, you got to take some risks, but not the female risk. That is something you don't need to do.
Yeah.
You could go sideways in time, show there's different dimensions, that
Yeah, like
there's
they did with the
Merlin
first Cybermen
and gadgets, but yet dragons. You could do alternate realities. You could do a thing like Inferno. You could do a thing like Age of
They could do a steampunk era.
You could do where he goes to different universes, shake it up a little bit, but do not do the Doctor as a woman nonsense. I don't. And you can even do the Valyard thing.
Yeah.
Do that. There's plenty of stuff to do. Oh my
It's
God.
like they're
come
afraid.
on.
It's like they're afraid to take risks because if they do this, they'll upset either the new fans or the old fans.
I don't think they give a shit about upsetting new fans or old fans.
Don't have Moffat use Omega, because if he uses Omega, Omega's gonna get beaten in like the first 10 minutes. We won't have any idea how he showed up.
They're not allowed to use Omega. That's why he couldn't use Omega.
Because of the K9.
For some reason, which is unfortunately true so far, Omega is going to show up with the Daleks in the K9 movie. Don't ask me why. And don't ask me why they can't be Doctor Who. Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute.
K9 motion picture. Before Doctor Who has a motion picture.
There's a motion picture. Why?
I don't know, dude. I don't know why.
Is that why my mushrooms are gone? They ate them?
Probably.
Yes.
But Gang's Doctor was a movie. But Gang's Doctor, that was a movie.
It was a TV movie.
Oh, okay, TV movie.
By Fox.
Okay.
So who's going to be the villain for the Christmas special?
Listen, I have no idea. I'm hoping it's Madame Bavaria.
Its own villain. There you go.
But it could be Madame Bavaria. Maybe it could be the Silence. Maybe it could be the monks.
Because if they're
Heck,
going to
if we're
be,
gonna have,
if they're going to be filming to the end, then obviously the Christmas special is going to be filmed in the next couple of months.
the Christmas special is probably going to be filmed in 2 months.
Yeah.
Probably.
So we
But
might.
Moffat didn't even write it yet,
Oh, I
supposedly.
know.
Because the Doctor's returning in April.
The Moffat didn't write it because he didn't know if Capaldi was staying or not. Now that he knows, he has to write the episode with the regeneration in mind. So it's got to be a threat big enough to make him regenerate, like the Cybermen or something. It can't be some stupid villain.
I don't think there'll
So
be a
that's another
break in
fact.
filming. I think they're just going to go straight on to the Christmas special, and that's it. End of Capaldi.
They can't because they were working straight. Other than the holidays, they got to give him a little break, a couple weeks break. Plus, he got Red Nose Day too. That's another thing. They get a little, that's in April, I think, right? Red Nose Day is April or May.
Yeah, April.
That's the holiday now. America has that telethon thing too. That Red Nose Day thing.
Mm.
Posters everywhere. Hey, Philip.
Hey, Phil.
How are you, sir? You back? Hello. Why can't Google just work? For once.
Because he's got the same writers as Doctor Who right now.
I know. Maybe Moffat's going to be the villain.
Oh.
What about bringing back the woman from the end of time? Who we
Moffat
still
is
don't know
the
who she is.
Yeah, he's the villain.
villain.
He's the editor. No. What? Yeah, the woman out of that was another story then that was very funny. Somebody had say to tell them that they can't make her. I don't know why somebody was able to step in and tell Russell D. Davis no, but certain things I guess they can't do.
So who is she?
Supposed to be his mother.
It must be someone,
I'm more
associated
interested.
in some way.
I'm more interested in trying to understand the relationship between the Weeping Angels of old and the new Weeping Angels.
Alex act.
Because the new Weeping Angels and the old and the Gallifreyans, they're like this, like the Weeping Angels. What's that about? Explain something. Could he answer some questions this season? Please.
No,
No.
he won't.
Why would you want your legacy to go to shit? That you're the guy that never answers a fucking question. Jesus. Questions. I'm gonna smack him half the times. Never fucking answers a question. We get an episode like Under the Lake Before the Flood, and there's a line in there about the Nethersphere. Where the fuck would you expect that to be in there for? We need to answer some questions.
What about
Philip,
the
you hear us?
storyline, what they're doing at the moment about this truth? The truth.
Well, that looks interesting.
But is that
That looks pretty
connected with the town called Christmas? Because of
I have no idea.
they could
I know
only
nothing
speak the truth.
Philip, could you hear us? Could you speak? Man, this Google is schmoogle tonight. We lost Phil. We got Phil. We lost Phil. Daniel, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You like my Dalek shirt,
Yeah.
Daniel?
It's nice.
Terminate. All right, guys. This is why I like to do the Zoom, because schmoogle is schmoogle.
Hey, Joe, did you see the new?
Well, was this Doctor Who related?
Okay.
It's got to be Doctor Who related. Don't talk about anything else other than Doctor Who. All right. Phil, could you hear us? No. Okay. We're going to get out of here, guys, because we're having technical difficulty. So take care. Bye for now.